Welcome survivors to a build like no other, your very own all-in-one PvE tower base. Towering high atop the cliffs, this masterpiece combines style, practicality and survival all in one, built for both solo players and tribes alike. The ultimate fortress for thriving in ARK Survival Ascended. Inside this towering fortress you'll discover a spacious downstairs dino pen, perfect for keeping your mid-sized creatures safe and sound. A full crafting floor packed with everything you need to create, survive and thrive. A sanctuary garden where plants flourish and dodos roam freely. A peaceful library, the perfect place to study the mysteries of the ARK. And at the very top, a grand aviary where your flyers can rest and take flight straight into adventure. If you find yourself enjoying today's video, don't hold back, smash that like button, comment down below what you want to see me build next, and why not subscribe? Hello ladies and jelly spoons, and welcome to another building video with me, LolsAtLance. Today we're building something very tall. That's right, a tower. This build today was actually inspired by an image sent to me by one of my amazing members, Katani. You can see it on the screen now. As soon as I saw it, I knew I had to try and recreate it here in ARK Survival Ascended. To bring this build to life today, we're here on the Ragnarok map, and it's located at latitude 83.1, longitude 26.2. Perched atop a towering rocky pillar that reaches high into the sky, the top is wide and flat, making it the perfect spot for this towering all-in-one PvE base. All around you've got the lush blue ocean wrapping around the island, providing easy access to water, plus plenty of trees and rocks nearby for all your resources. Creature-wise, it's a nice mix, mostly small herbivores and occasional carnivores wandering by to keep things interesting. All of this makes it the perfect spot for this tower build, so let's get started. Okay, well today we're going to be starting off with 2 stone foundations. You use stone or wood for this, it really doesn't matter. So you start off with 2 stone foundations, and then we're going to go across by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2 stone foundations, and then 3, 4, 5 triangle foundations rather, and then you're going to go all the way around until you reach back to where you started. So let's go ahead and do that now. So it should look something like this. So 2 stone foundations, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triangles, then 2 stones, then 5 triangles, all the way around. Okay, so from the 2 stone foundations, you're going to go ahead and then add in some triangles, then some stone, then some triangles. So that's how you fill in the next layer, and then after that, where you've done the squares, you then do triangles again, and where you've done a triangle, you're going to do a square again. And basically, you kind of follow that pattern until you filled in the entire area. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And once you've filled it in, it should look something like this. Okay, so now you're going to want to decide where you want your gate to be. Now, I'm thinking my gate's either going to be here or here. Now, it has to be on one of these 2 stone foundations. You don't want to place it on the triangles. You want to place it on one of the 2 stone foundations. So like this, basically. Do I want my gate there? Is the big question. Do I want my gate there? And the answer is, it can be there for now. The answer is it can be there for now. So that's going to be your front gate to get in and out of the base. Okay, so for the next section, we're going to be doing the walls. Of course, we're going to be doing the walls. So for where there's 3, you got your 3 bits here, then you got a 2, then you got a 3, then you got a 2. So where you've done your triangles, that's the 3 side. We're going to do a wall and a wall there. We're going to do quarter walls below. Then we shall turn the wall around like that. And do 2 going up and 2 going up there. Followed by 2 quarter walls at the top. And then in the middle here, this is where you're going to have your windows. So let's add those in now. Now I put in greenhouse glass here, but I'm actually going to skin these in the Frontier glass skin. So feel free to do that. That's part of the Bob Tool Tales DLC if you did not know. And while I'm here, I'm also going to add in pillars going up the middle and on the corner too, just like that. So now we're back to the squares, the 2 squares here. So for this section, we're going to do something similar, but a bit smaller. So we're going to use 2 quarter walls on the side, do 2 going down the middle, then 2 going up again on the right-hand side there. Then you're going to flip them around and go up to the top, and on this side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then connect them up just like that. And then again, you just want to add in your windows, and then I'm going to skin mine just like that. We're also going to do our pillars. Now, I'm not entirely sure if I want pillars in the middle here as well on these bits. Let's see. So I think actually, rather than doing the big pillars here, we do the little pillars, the skinny ones. Let's add those in. There we go. Okay, I think that's gonna be the method. So when there's a 3-sided bit, we do add the pillars in the middle. When there's a 2-sided bit, we just add in the skinny pillars there instead, just to hide all those little gaps that show up. So what I want you guys to do now is what we just done here and what we just done here. We're gonna repeat over and over and over again until we reach all the way back to the gate here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and I'll see you in a second. And once you've gone all the way around that stone foundation, it should look something like this. Okay, next up, I'm going to start on a 3-side rather than a 2-side. Remember, this is our 2 foundation. This is our 3 foundation here. So, or I could just say left of the gate. So left of wherever you put the gate, we're going to do ceilings on top. 1, 2, 3. Like so, and we've got another pattern coming up that you'll enjoy. So 3 triangles, then 1, oopsie daisy, 2, 3, 4, 5 triangles, then 3 squares, then 5 triangles, so on and so forth. You're going to go around the entire thing until you reach back to where you started. Just like this, but we're not stopping there. We're going to go out again. Now this time, where there's triangles, you do squares. Where there's squares, you do triangles. And I might as well tell you the next stage as well, because this is pretty easy. You guys get this. We're also going to fill in this entire section. So again, wherever there's squares, you'll do triangles on the inside like this, just like this, and then squares, and then triangles. And what we're going to do is we're going to fill in the entire thing in the middle. This is going to be an entire floor here. And also don't forget about going out as well by 1. So what we were just doing. So we're going to do this going all the way around first. And then we're going to fill in the inside as well. So let's go ahead and do all of this now. And when you filled in that entire ceiling, it should look something like this. Okay, so we want to start adding in walls up here, but we just got to do some counting now quickly. So we've gone out by 2. Remember, we went out by 2 from the walls. So as you can see, from this wall here, we've gone out by 1, 2, going all the way around. So what I need to do is count 3 in. 1, 2, 3. And what you'll find is there's an area here that has exactly 2. Let me get a wall out actually just to show you. Or this. This will do. You got 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So you'll know that you've hit the right bit because it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 all the way around. It's 2 all the way around. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use my quarter walls and go up by 1, 2, 3, go to the sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, and back down again. In the middle of this, I'm adding in a doorway, just like that. And we're going to repeat that on every single side. So I'll do one more with you, just so you know. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 high. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 in total going across here. Then back down again. And then your doorway. You also will need to put in a greenhouse door, if you have one, in these doorways, because they're actually going to be like windows. And then also, we better as well do the pillars. I normally do the pillars right at the end, but today I'm feeling fancy. We're going to do the pillars during the wall section. So with the pillars, I'm also going to add them on each of the corners like this. So full pillar first, then a half pillar. Then we're going to do half pillars all the way up here. And then full pillars there and there. The same on this one. Full pillars and half pillars. So what I want you guys to do is what we've just done here, you're going to repeat going all the way around that section. Just keep following that all the way around. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And I'll see you in a second. And once you've added that all in, it should look something like this. Alright, I should probably note now that it's probably going to be easy for you guys to add in some stairs if you haven't already. You probably have if you're obviously building this in survival. Much easier way to do this. Now, if I try and add in stairs on the very outer rim, you're going to end up on the balcony, I believe. No, you won't. Will we? Oopsie daisy. Yeah, no, I've got this wrong. So, no, that's fine. Let me, let me close that back up. So you do, yeah, you're going to have to start from 1 in, like here. You're going to start 1 in. Let me get my stairs. So you do 1, 2 on a foundation bit. So 2 foundations there, 2 stairs here. And then you just follow along with your triangles by 3. And then add in some more stairs. And you should get into here. There we go. That worked out. I cocked this up though. It all broke here. That's my mistake. Okay, so for the next section, we're going to go out of here. And we're going to look at it from this angle. Now, so from this angle, what we're going to do? What are we going to do here? I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get our quarter ceilings. Now, this bit's a bit tedious. It's a technique I've used on a few of my builds recently. And I really like it. But what we're going to do is do quarter ceilings going all the way around like this. So that's going to go all the way around. And then we're going to do quarter walls going like this across the quarter ceilings and on either of the ends as well. Just like this going along. Beautiful. And then on top of that, quarter ceilings again. Oopsie daisy. Quarter ceiling, quarter ceiling, quarter ceiling, quarter ceiling. Going all the way along. So that's what we're going to do on every single side going all the way around again. So you know what that means. I'm going to go away and do that now. And I'll see you in a second. And once you've added in all those quarter ceilings and walls, it should look something like this. And I've just noticed I left a random piece right here. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. We don't need that. Okay, so now we're going to go up. We're going up further and further. We're going to keep climbing for this tower. So, what's next? I'm going to use quarter walls again, you'll be pleased to know. Your favourite thing. Quarter walls. I use them too much on my builds, to be honest. Too much, but, you know, they're just so good and handy. So we're starting off with 4 facing outwards, and then we're going to do 4 facing inwards, like that. Then we're going to go up. So we've already placed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then that should be enough to fit in 2 windows here, right? Let me get my greenhouse and make sure that they fit in. 1, 2. Ah, okay. So I actually, at the top here then, we're actually going to do them facing outwards again. Just like that. So again, let me show you how to do that again. We're going to do walls going across here, then facing inwards, going across. Then we're going to go out by, so we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and stop there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, stop there. Then add in our windows, 1, 2. And then at the top, it's just quarter walls going along, facing outwards, like that. Isn't that magnificent? Now, for the pillars, I'm thinking that we just do the corners for now. Let me do, oopsie daisy, corner, 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 and then a half pillar there. Now, there are gaps in between the windows. There's some gaps here that we can't really do anything about. So either we leave it like that, or we add in big pillars or skinny pillars, like I did down here. I'm thinking skinny, because we just done a section full of pillars. I don't think we need to go too pillar crazy. Let's just do the skinny pillars to hide the gap, so 2 either side of the gap. Let's do it like this, and we can decide later if it feels like it needs more pillar work going on here. We can add some pillars going maybe here and across there. But we'll leave it like this for now. So what I want you guys to do is completely copy what you just done here and go all the way around. And I'm going to go away and do that now. And I'll see you in a second. And once you've added in all of those walls and windows, it should look something like this. Okay, so for the next part, we're going to be copying what we've done down here with the ceiling. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ceilings and 2 normal ceilings there. So we're going to copy that up here. So I'm going to grab my normal ceilings and triangle ceilings. Let's use them here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is going to be like a little balcony section here. So let's go around the entire rim of the walls. Just like that, and then we're going to fill in this section as well, I think. Yeah, I think we are. Let's fill in this section so that it's all covered up. So we're going to do ceilings and triangles. As long as you make sure that wherever there's a square, there's a triangle next, and wherever there's a triangle, there's a square next. You're cooking with gas. So let's go ahead and add this all in again. There we go, looking pretty good. So this is going to be a balcony, and then we're going to continue our walls up in a second. But first of all, what I'd really like to do is add in some quarter walls going around the rim of the balcony. So where it pops out here, all you're simply going to do is go around it with some quarter walls, just like this. There we go. So those quarter walls are going around the entire rim of those ceilings, looking fabulous. So the next stage is going to be going up even further, of course. We're going to keep going up. We're going up and up and up until we reach the sky. So we're going to now place in quarter walls. Now, obviously, we have this balcony. Don't forget about the balcony we added in. So the walls are going to start from here again. The same place as the walls are here. But there's the balcony now. So let's put in a row of quarter walls first. And then we're going to follow that up with a flipped over quarter wall. And we're going to go up in total by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And again on this side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and across. And then, of course, we've got a place for our window. Now, I've left my greenhouse glass in here, but I'm skinning it anyway. I'm skinning it, so it doesn't even matter. I'm going to place them in, and then I skin it. Look at that. So, again, I'll do that again for you guys. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 across. Add in your windows, whatever you're doing with those. So 1 and 2. I'm going to skin them. Look at that. And again, I think in terms of pillars, I think we just do the pillars on the corners. I think we're just going to do them on the corners. And then for next to the windows, I'm just going to fill in those gaps again like that. Look at that. Fill in those gaps. So you're going to repeat this going all the way around until you reach back to where you started. So I'm going to go away and do that now. and I'll see you in a second. And once you've added in that section, it should look something like this. Okay, so if you remember what we did down here with the quarter ceilings, quarter walls, quarter ceilings and top, we're going to do the same again going around this rim right here. So that involves doing this and then adding in your walls like this. Beautiful. Beautiful. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me. I don't know what I'm saying. I've lost the plot. Dude, I have no time to do this tutorial for you guys, by the way. I've literally got, can I just say, it's 9 PM. I've got maybe, somehow I'm going to do this whole tutorial in 12 to 13 hours. And that includes editing it and doing a voiceover and other stuff. And doing the cinematic shots and doing the... I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm trying my best. And that's why we're doing it a bit unorthodox today, where I'm saying, like, I'll go away and do that now. And I'll see you in a second. Normally I do it like a time lapse. But you know what? It's really, like, it's probably easier to follow this way anyway, isn't it? Probably easier to follow this way. So, subscribe if you love me and you're building this right now along with me. Subscribe because otherwise you get banned. Otherwise you get banned. Subscribe will get banned. It's your choice. It's your it's your choice. You do what you want. But you either subscribe or I just get rid of you for life. Alright, anyway, so we're going to do that going all the way around. So I'm going to go away and do that now, and I'll see you in a second. And once you've added that in, it should look like this. Now, you'll be pleased to know that the next layer that we're about to add is the final layer. I'm falling to my doom. Okay, I'm all the way down here. Let me go up. The next layer we're going to add is our final layer. And again, it's going to use mainly quarter walls. Mainly quarter walls. So we're going to go up on each side. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 first of all on the bottom, facing outwards. Then we're going to do them facing inwards. Now we're going to do each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to add a wall at the top. And then at the very top, we're going to add in 2 walls. 1 there and 1 there. Now that is the design. And then a little bit different here. We're going to add a wall, quarter ceiling, sorry, coming out like this. Walls either side going up and a quarter ceiling on top. And then in the middle, you're going to place in your greenhouse glass, or in my case, a wall with a skin, because that's going to be our window. Now, it looks cool, but it needs like a little roof or something on top, doesn't it? So I'm going to use a quarter roof on top, followed by a quarter ramp coming out. So that is the design for this section. I think we're going to have pillars again on the corners, so each of the sides like this, and again coming down this side. So I think that's going to be the design. I'm going to do it again with y'all, just so you know the design. And I might do, I think just some skinnies to hide the gaps there. I think just some skinnies. I'm very tempted to do a sideways pillar here. Very tempted indeed. And then maybe even a pillar up there. That could be the design there. That could be the design. Let's go with that. And if we hate it, we'll have to just delete those. Which is a pain for you guys. But not a pain for me, because I'm in creative mode. Haha! Survival mode! Haha, what's that? I don't know what that is. I joke. Maybe leave... Okay, here's what you should do. You should leave this bit until the very end. See if I end up keeping it or getting rid of it. I don't know what I'm going to prefer at the end. I don't know. And it also looks like there's a little bit of a gap in here. So again, a skinny pillar won't hurt in there. There we go. Looking fabulous. Okay. So again, let's do this again together. So you got your quarter walls going across the bottom. They need to be facing outwards. Quarter wall, quarter wall, quarter wall. You got your 5 in total quarter walls going up here. And again here. So just 4 from where you are. Like that. Then you got your main wall at the top. And then 2 walls either side at the top. Now make sure your make sure you're stepping to this quarter wall here so you can get it in properly. And then right here is going to be the window that's going to be out a little bit. So we've got to do our quarter walls either side of that. And then our quarter ceilings. And then our window. That's going to be skinned for me. And then, so we got our quarter ramps on the bottom bits. Then if we go to our quarter roof for the top bit, that is the design. Oh, well, not yet, not yet, not yet. You got to do our wall, our pillars again as well. Pillars going up. This funky little section here. And then our skinny pillars just to hide the gaps. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, so you're just going to repeat that same design going around this entire rim until you make it back here. And then you're done. So I'm going to go away and do that now, and I'll see you in a second. And once that's all added in at the top, it should look something like this. Okay, I guess it's time for the roof, eh? I think it might be time for the roof. Now, I don't know if it really matters where you start with this, to be honest, because it's all the same. It's 2, 2, 2, 2 all the way around. So I'm just going to start here with 2 roof pieces, just like this. Then we're going to do the triangles, then the roof, then the triangles, then the roof, all the way around. Just like so. Now, this is a bit unusual because usually wherever I do triangles, I just continue up the triangles. But we're going to do a similar method to what we did with the flooring. Where wherever there's like a rectangle or square, we're going to do triangles next to it. So like this, triangles coming down. And then above that, there would also be triangles going up. Oopsie daisy. Get it right. There we go. And then there'll be squares here. Or rather, I mean roofing. Just normal wood roofing there. A wood roof up there. So on and so forth. Let's keep going. Now, when you get to the top, once you've done your little pattern where there's triangles, then squares, then triangles, then squares, let's call it. Even though it's not a square at all, it's a rectangular roof. At the very top, it's just a simple case of putting in triangles only. So triangle, 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 and a triangle. And what's it looking like? Pretty cool, eh? Pretty cool, but I'm not done there. You think I'm done there, my roof? I want it to have like a little flick. A little flick at the end. So the little flick, I believe, is going to be a little quarter ramp. A little quarter ramp coming out like this. And I'm going to do that across the entire rim of the base. And actually, we're not going to place it in this way around. We're actually going to place it in... Flip it around so it's on this side instead. Will look better. So we're going to do it just like that. And I'm going to go around the entire rim. And there we go. We got a little flick going along the entire rim. Oopsie daisy, what is that? Going along the entire rim, there's a few of those where I just accidentally placed those in. Look at that. Now, that is one way to get like a bit of a pointier roof, I think. I think it makes like a slightly pointier roof if you go about it this way. We can give it a little bit more height by adding in potentially a pillar on top with a skinny pillar maybe. What does that look like? There we go. That adds a little bit more height. That adds a little bit more height. Okay, so the big question is what's next on this build? What are we going to do next? Well, I think let's go ahead and add in some detailing, and then we might be skinning some of the base as well. We're going to do a bit of both. So to detail the base, I'm going to start off with some railings going along this balcony here. Okay, the railings are all added in going around. Now I'm going to turn my attention to some of these areas that I think need a little bit of help. So the first area being are these windows here. I'm thinking maybe we add in some upside down ramps going along the top of these windows, going all the way around. Just like so. And then I'm thinking we add in a little bit of support with some quarter wood stairs for these windows here. Make it look like they're supported a little better. So we can go around the entire section here doing this. Lovely, that's looking a little bit better. And I think we can probably do the same thing down here. But, let me get rid of that. But I think this time we do 2 rather than 1. So before I was just doing 1 from here, say. We're gonna go up by 2. Like that. And I'm gonna do that there, and there. So this is right at the bottom, and we're doing this is on the 3-sided part of the wall, and then we got a 2 wall here. Do I do it here as well is the question. And the answer is I don't know. Let's do it, and if we don't like it, we can always change it. So we'll do 2, 2, 2, 2, like that, going all the way around, other than the gate. The gate we won't be able to do it on, so on the gate side we'll just have it like this instead. So let's go ahead and just add these all in now. Okay, I think that will be okay for the details for now. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop in a gate there. And I'm going to talk about this next part because I would like to skin some of this base. And the skin may surprise you because I'm not using Frontier today. No. Oh no. Although we have used some Frontier for the glass. But we're going to go to Cosmetics. We're going to open up Steampunk folder. So if you have the Bob Tall Tales DLC, you'll have this folder here. Open it up. And you've got the Steampunk structure skin in here. And we're going to be using this structure skin in a few places. So I'll show you where we're using it. First of all, we're going to use it on the balconies. So wherever there's a balcony, we're going to be adding this in. The railings as well. So if you've got a railing in like this one, we need to skin it. So this will all be steampunk. The gate and the gateway will also be steampunk. As you can see, that looks pretty cool. Any roofing or ramps, those will also go to the steampunk skin like this. Same for up here by the window. And the same for the main roof up here. This is all going to be steampunk. Looking pretty dope. Now, the reason I wanted to flip these ramps round, because on the other side, look, it's golden. So if we didn't flip it round, well, if you don't flip it round and you haven't done that, what you can do is go into the skin settings and flip the skin just like that, and then you can flip it either side to your preference. And I've just realized we forgot to do railings for the balcony up here. We need to do that. So this balcony up here needs some railings, and they will also need to be skinned like this. And then of course the balcony here as well will have the steampunk skin going all the way around. So that's what we're skinning. So you got to skin all of the things I just showed you. So I'm going to go away and do that now. And I'll see you in a second. And once you've added in all those skins, it should look something like this. Now, you might notice that it's just one big long tower. It's one big giant long tower right now. But if we go back to our reference image, there was like this nice little section that popped off on the side, which kind of breaks up just it being one big long tower, which is what I want to do on this one as well. So what I'm thinking is okay, here's our door. I'm going to go 1, 2, right here. I think this is a good place to add in a section that's going to stick out a little bit. So I'm going to add in some triangles coming out. I'm going to break off these railings. Gonna skin this in steampunk. Then I'm going to add in 1.5 pillars on each of the corners, just like this. And then I'm going to add in some roofing. Now, we've got our triangle roofing here that we should be able to place in. There we go. Just going to get the right snap point. Take it around there. Oopsie daisy. Get rid of that. And then our roof, which should go into this wall. Now, you might find if you're playing on official that this may say that it's obstructed and you can't go any further. In which case, leave this section out. That's why I say leave this section out, or try deleting this, try deleting this, and try deleting this one here. And then you might be able to place it in. In fact, you should be able to place it in if you do that. That actually is the solution. I've actually got the solution, and that is it. And that is it. So I need a ceiling as well, if I can grab that. I think I'm going to do an upside down ceiling here. Because when we come to skin this, you get this nice design there. So I'm going to go all the way around with the skin. Skin it all up. And let's have a look what this looks like. Not too shabby at all. Not too shabby at all. I'm tempted to do another one over here somewhere. I don't know where. Maybe here. We'll shove in another one. So exactly the same again. But we're just going to do it here. And maybe this one we can go a little bit higher with. Maybe this one we go a little bit higher with. So if I delete these again, I'm going to go maybe 1, 2.5. And again here, 1, 2.5. This corner, 1, 2.5. This corner, 1, 2.5. And then we just got to add in our roofing again. Oopsie daisy, our roof as well. Normal roof going in. There shouldn't be any issues if you're on official with this one, because it's only going into the wall here and the pillar. The only, well, I guess if it says obstructive, get rid of the pillar. That'll be it. Get rid of that pillar there. But it should be okay. It should be okay. Okay, part of me is tempted to add in like another tower, like a smaller tower or something that sticks out here. But I think before I even try to do that, let's sort out the bottom part, because I want to extend the floor going all the way around this. I think that'll be a good thing to do. So we're just going to need our foundation. So where there's a 3 wall, this will be squares. Where there's a 2 wall at the entrance here, use your triangles. And I'll probably go around the entire thing, and then I'll probably do another layer. So there's 2 layers to this going all the way around. So let's go ahead and add this all in now. Okay, that bottom bit is done. That bottom bit is all done, so that's what it's looking like now. I might skin this in the Castlecraft skin, the castle skin, just so you know. So this mod is called Castlecraft Structures, and that's what it looks like. I'm tempted to do that skin for it, but I won't do that on camera. If I change that, it'll be off camera. It will be off camera. So what else can we do to this? I'm kind of going off piece now. I'm kind of like just... We're doing this together now. Like, I had some of it planned, but now I'm kind of going off track. Improvising. I am currently in my improvising mode, and I'm doing it with you live right now. Well, I'm not live. What I'm thinking is, somewhere at the top here, this whole section at the top could be like an aviary for our birds. So, why don't we make one of these bits open? What if we just open up one of these sections so that we've got like a little entranceway for the birds to come in and out? That could be cool. Have a little section for them to come in and out of. So something like this. I've kept the walls up there. And then maybe we can add in some railings at the bottom and the top. Something like this, maybe. And then if I skin it as well, then we've got like a nice little entranceway for our birds I'm sure they'll be able to squeeze in there. I'm sure an Argentavis can go through here. Perfect. And then you can just add as many of these entrance ways as you want. Say there's like you'd rather fly out this way, or if you want multiple of them, you can just start adding them in wherever you'd like. Of course, we're going to need to add in the ceilings for the interior section here as well. So let's quickly do that now. There we go. This area is just for our Argentavis. And we've got like a little hole here so we can look down to the bottom. I always like to do that on my bases. I always do it on every base. I can't help myself. I like the little hole. You know, looking at that, I'd even be tempted to bring that down ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. With maybe a quarter wall. Like a line of quarter walls. And then do the railings. I think they should still fit in here. If we do it this way as well. I think that's a big enough gap. I hope that's a big enough gap. We'll find out later. If not, we'll go back to how it was, but maybe like that. There we go. I think that's a little bit nicer. Another detail we could do on these bits is have a little flick like we did on the roof. We could add in a little tiny flick with a ramp. Okay, and again on this one here, we're going to do the same. Okay, everyone. Well, I'll be honest with all of you. Since we did this roof thing, I went away for a second and I started to delete all of the interior. As you can see, the stairs are gone. I deleted some of the interior stuff because, I'll tell you why, because I just thought I'd see if it all fits into a template. It doesn't. Look, there's so much missing. There's so much missing, as you can see, all the way down to the bottom. And I thought, well, if I delete the interior floors, maybe it will fit in. It didn't. It didn't. So what I'm going to do with the template is you're going to have to, for my tier 3 members, you won't be getting this build for a little while. I'm going to need to rebuild it when I'm back from my holidays and do a very bare bones build of it without the pillars. Without some flaws in it. And it should fit in, and then you guys will just need to fit in with the pillars afterwards. That's my plan. So I bet as well talk you through all the different floors now. So I'm going to have to do the stairs again. So let me quickly add in some stairs. So here's the gate. Let me add in the stairs from here. And we'll start working our way all the way up. So I'm going to do there. 1, 2, 3. And then our stairs. Bam. And then our opening. Fantastic. And then our ceiling. And then we need to add in more stairs to the next floor. And the next floor, I think, will start here. So let's work out a good place. I'm guessing right here will be a good place. So stairs, stairs, triangles, to stairs again. Which is that one. And it should take us... it's taken us quite high. Is this why I want the next floor? Hey, maybe we'll have the next floor right here. So if we do that, that'll be the ceiling next, and then triangles, and then ceilings, and then triangles. But of course, we need to get to the next section. So again, let's get our stairs. Oopsie daisy, stairs. Stairs again. And triangles. And then I'm going to do quarter stairs this time, I think. Yeah, quarter stairs. So where are my quarter stairs at? There they are. So quarter stairs coming up from here. If I can get the snap point. Come on, baby. There it is. There we go. And then what's that next? Ceiling, ceiling. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. How have I gone wrong here? There's triangles. Oh, that shouldn't be there. Okay. That shouldn't be there, right? In fact, even worse. So those are quarter... Okay. So starting from the quarter stairs, ignore that last bit. There's quarter stairs, then we need quarter ceilings, then a full ceiling. Okay. And then these are triangles. I was really confused then. There we go. And then to get to the last one, it's just going to be a case of stairs. Stairs. Triangles. If I can place them in 1, 2, 3, and then another stair, and I think we're there. And I think we're there. Come on. There we go. Are we there? Oh, not quite. We need quarter stairs next. So quarter stairs. 1, 2, delete that, delete this, and we're up. We need our quarter ceilings here and quarter ceilings behind. But we've made it up to the top where our Argentavis and stuff will be. So what I would do is fill in all of these sections now going down. So this section here, I'll fill in with our ceilings, etc., going all the way around. The same with this section here. So let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, there we go. So we've done each of the floors now. Well, we should have done each of the floors. There's a lot of floors here. There's a lot of floors. We've got the ground floor, which is going to be the dinosaur pen. We've got the second floor, which can be whatever you want. You could have your maybe crafting in here. So crafting in here. Into a... Oh, I don't know what to put in a greenhouse. We do like a nice greenhouse section. And then up here can be another, maybe a living zone. Maybe we can have like a nice living area with bookshelves and God knows what else. And then into our aviary. Look at that. That'll be cool. That'll be cool. Sadly, I am not doing the interior today on the tutorial, but as I always do, I'm going to show you everything during the base tour with the interior. So don't worry about that, everyone. Don't worry about that. I'm just going to pop outside and make sure I'm happy with the exterior. And there's not anything else I'm going to add. There will be a few details that I add to the exterior, as I always do. And those who are regulars on the channel will know what that will be. For example, I like to add in... Now, this is just really dressing the build. This is what I call dressing the build. You've done the build, you dress the build afterwards. So, I'm going to get JVH. I'm going to get some steampunk decor. So, I've got these steampunk chimneys. This is from the steampunk decor mod. I was thinking of maybe adding in some chimneys up here. So, we've got flat chimneys, sloped roof chimneys. I think that's what I'll do. A sloped roof chimney somewhere. Something like that. Could be cool. Maybe I'll put them on here too. 1 and done. And then we got our JVH landscaping bench. Now, this is just for plants. You can craft up plants inside the bench. You can also use Bob's Tall Tales plant pots. If you don't know what that is, that's what it looks like. It's from the Bob Tall Tales DLC. Get a shovel, get a pot, shovel a bush in the overworld into a pot. It's that simple. Look at the video. If you go back and watch my Adobe base video, I'll show you how to do that. In fact, on all of my videos, I show you exactly how to do that. But we're going to probably be grabbing some of these plants, temperate plants, and using them in various places, like maybe here, going across this, potentially. Some stuff like that. That's what we're going to be doing. Just decorating the build in places, adding a bit of greenery. I might even, for funsies, add in a windy staircase going up this mountain, if I can. The only other thing that I might add, and I'll quickly do this. This will be the last thing I do. This will be the last thing I do. You know I said about a tower? You know I said about maybe a tower? Let me just see. Where's the best angle to this build? Maybe like there? Maybe if there was like a tower. Okay, I just did a quick test, and I hope I've done this right so that it seems continuous. Because there's bushes here. I'm hoping that I recorded that and told you about those, which I think I did. But what I'm going to do is show you guys how to add in a little tower to your build. We're going to add like another little decoration-y tower to the build just to give it a bit more shape. Because right now it's just one big long tower. I want to add in some shape here somehow. So what I'm thinking is right here, we're going to use our triangles. So from this block right there, let's add in some triangles. So we need to delete these. And then add them in. Delete that one so you can place that in. You're probably going to end up deleting this whole window section here. That needs to go. And just be replaced with a wall. Okay, now we can start. So from here, we want to use our wooden wall. I'm going to start with 2 layers like that of wall going up. And obviously, if you need to delete this, then delete it. For me, I can clip through it, so it's okay. Maybe if you're unofficial, honestly, just skip this bit. And then I'm going to flip my wall around. So it's this way around now. And go all the way around. Now, if you've left your roof here, you're going to have a weird... Oh, no. That works. Okay, that works. Going to go up again. And then, if I'm feeling proper... And then I could do like a funky design, maybe with some pillars. I did a similar tower, actually, on my all-in-one cabin build. The all-in-one cliff-top cabin. This is very similar. And then we're going to add in our roof on top of this. Now, this is really just a purely decorative tower. Oops, I just had the snap point there. Let's see if I can get it again. Oh, I missed it. Oh, it was there again. Oh, okay, I'm going to get it this time. Here we go. There it is. Okay. Place these going all the way around. Then I'm going to do my quarter ramps wherever they are. I'm going to flip them around so they're on the other side. Go around here. I'm going to add like a little half pillar or something on top. Let's have a look at that. Not too shabby. Obviously, we need some support coming down here. So I'm going to add in another layer of triangles around the bottom. And then let's add in the support. So what are we thinking? Maybe a full staircase here? Where are my stairs? There. Maybe a full staircase like that. Or maybe we do it so it comes out from there and goes into the build. We might need some quarters now going in. Look at that. We could also add in, because it's looking a little bit, you know, empty. There's a lot of empty space in here. So we could also do some railings going down into this. And that does fill in the space a little better. We could even double up if we really wanted to, just to really sell that it's being supported. Doubling up. All right, look at that. And yeah, I'll definitely skin the top with steampunk skin as well. Going around. Beautiful. Okay, well, that's all I really wanted to do in terms of the build itself. That is the build itself complete. So I'm going to go away and add in all the little details that I just talked about. The bushes. I'm going to add some bushes in places. Dress the build. I'm going to dress the build a bit. Make it look a bit prettier out here. But the build itself is obviously done. I've showed you guys how to do the layout of the interior. with the different floors. It's just a case of me decorating it all now. So I'm going to do that as well. I'm going to decorate it all. But do not worry, because I will show you every single little thing that I have done during the base tour. You'll get a really good idea of how you could possibly set up this base yourself if you want to use it. But of course, you guys, as always, will do a way better job than me at decorating it. So I'm going to go away and do all of that now, guys, and I'll see you guys after the cinematic shots. Welcome back, everyone. The base is all complete and I am ready to give you the base tour as I ascend up the stairs that I made to get to the top. Now, I didn't actually do all the stairs going all the way around. I kind of like gave up here, but you can kind of see what I was going for with the stairs. It kind of would wrap around the entire cliff going all the way around to the bottom, which would take a lot of time to do, of which I did not have at the time. Obviously, when I started building this, folks, it was 3 weeks ago before I went away on a vacation. So I've had to finish this a whole 3 weeks later. So as you can see, I've used some chains coming down and some lamps. Now, the chains, and you guys who watch my videos often are probably sick of me repeating the same things every video because I use the same kind of decor every video. But the chains you see here are pillars. They're actually a half pillar and a full pillar. And it is skinned with a cosmetic called Castlecraft, specifically the dungeon one from Castlecraft for the chains. And for the lamp, I've used something from the Klinger's Rustic build mod, which is called the LolsAtLance lighting. Now, let's head on up to the build so I can show you what I've done up there. We might experience a bit of lag as we walk up. I don't know why, it's a little bit laggy. Also, these stairs are faulted. Oh no, I can walk through. Just about I can walk through. But there you go, here we go. We're at the top, experience a bit of lag. That's fine. Oh yes, look at this. Look at this magnificent tower. So all I've done, guys, since the tutorial is I just dressed up the build. I've done what I like to call dressing up the build, where I've added in some lighting, I've got some plants. Whoa, the lag. I don't know what's causing the lag right now. It's just started, it's been fine the whole time, even when the build was complete. And all of a sudden, I've started to get these lag spikes, and I don't know why, but that's okay. Let's just keep calm and carry on. So I added in some trees, some plants. Now, the plants and trees that you see here today are from a mod called JVH Landscaping mod. JVH Landscaping. And I use that in a load of my videos. I talked about it during the tutorial, so if you saw the tutorial, you know how to get it. So if you don't know how to get it, then watch the tutorial. But you can also use Bob Talltale's plant pots instead if you don't want to use mods. So that's an option for you as well. Let's just head around the entire build. I added it in... Oh, there's a dodo out here. Are you my dodo? Oh, you are my dodo. I don't know how you got out here. Well, you're going to come with us now for the entire trip. So this crane here is from Visual Storage, another mod that I use in literally every build I ever do, and I'll talk about that a bit more inside. So let's pop on inside. If anyone's curious about these lamps as well, these lamps are from the Frontier pack of the Bob Tall Tales DLC, just so you know. Right, let's head on inside and hopefully the lag will stop now. I don't know, there's like a lag spike when I look in this direction. What's going on in this direction? Nothing, it's the ocean. I don't know what's going on over there. Weird. Okay, so we walk into the front entrance, and on the bottom floor here we have the dinosaur pen, which, you know, you can probably fit a lot more dinosaurs than I have in here, but I've decided to do this nice little feature in the middle. Now, the water you see down here is just a skin. Let me show you the skin. So the skin is called something like water block. So if you just type in water into the mod page, it should come up. And then you can skin it with all these different things. So you've got shallow, you've got a full one, and you've even got a water fountain for a decor box. I use JVH for the plants, of course, and look at me, I'm like Jesus, I can walk in water. Also, the statue here is a big decor box with Castlecraft decor used on top, so that's how I did that. And if we go around the back here, we've also got our visual storage mods at work with the different storage bins that you've got as part of that mod. And these hay bales here, I believe, are from the Western Decor mod. So there you go. Right, let's head on upstairs and let's find out what we did on the next floor. Each floor has something different to them. And I think on this floor, I just did crafting, right? Yes, this is all a crafting floor indeed. So I just added in some crafting bits and bobs. We've got our storage here. We've got our chemistry benches. We've got our gene thingy-majiggies that I've never used in the game. The lag! Dude, the lag's making me go crazy. It hasn't been like this all the time I've been doing my shots. And, like, look at this, like, weird, like, jitter that just comes. Maybe I should restart my PC. I don't know if I can be bothered. I've started recording. You guys are just going to have to suffer with me. So we've got also Klinger's Smithies. So we've got Klinger's Smithies, and this is Visual Storage. We've got our refining forges here as well. These beautiful pieces of art are from the Steampunk Decor mod. Now, I have used the usual Steampunk skins that we have as part of the game, part of the DLC. I've used to do the flooring, I've used to do the roofing as well. So I thought doing some more steampunk stuff inside the build as well would be quite cool. As well as that, I use these giant pipes. These are also from Steampunk Decor. A fantastic mod. I really recommend it. I just thought it made it look a little bit more industrial in here, a bit more steampunky, which is what I was kind of going for. Like, it's not a fully steampunk build, but I wanted elements of steampunk in this build. And if we pop on out any of these doors, we come to the outside where we've got a lot of seating. We've got some birds. You could just have all the birds around your balcony. A few other animals out here just chilling out, having a good time. This tower would literally be perfect for anyone in quite a big tribe. Like, you could each have a floor. Like, if you wanted a floor each, you could totally do that here. Okay, let's pop on back inside and let's go up to the next floor, which I believe is what I have called a mystical sanctuary. Let's pop on up here. This is something I've done in one of my other builds, actually. I did something similar where I didn't know how to fill up the floor, and I was like, well, a garden's going in here. So we have like a bit of a greenhousey floor here, which works quite nicely with all our dodos. Here we go. The dodo can chill out in here now. Nothing special, just a lot of JVH plants everywhere, making it look very lush and green in here. They actually have a new one added in the JVH bench, which is this lovely viney one. I believe it's from Ragnarok, looking absolutely fabulous. Oh, look at that. If I use my mouse and keyboard, it doesn't stutter anymore. Okay, well, maybe I'll just use my mouse. I was using my controller. Maybe that was the issue. So this here is the JVH bench that is inconveniently placed inside a pipe. But as you can see, you're able to craft up all the cool stuff, including this new stuff from Ragnarok. Pretty dope, pretty dope. You know what my toxic trait is? Is that now that I know that using a mouse and keyboard has stopped the stuttering a little bit. Well, that's kind of a little bit. is that I would totally go all the way back to the beginning and re-record this whole section just to stop the stuttering, so it's a perfect video. But today, I'm going to try my best to just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Anyway, so this is the library, which, well, it's a bit of a library. It's a bit of like a chill-out zone library where you can come, read some books, chill out, have a good time, as all my dodo companions are doing right here. They're all chilling out, having a great time. I used the library storage, which is part of the Steampunk DLC that Wildcard put out. Along with this bench, that is also part of the Steampunk DLC. There was a lot of stuff that came out as part of the Steampunk stuff that Wildcard put out, which I love. I love this. I love the other stuff. I love the Steam Forge that I haven't included in this build. But it looks pretty dope. And again, I've used these lights pretty much everywhere. It does give like this very yellow glow to the entire build when you're inside, but it is what it is. It lights up the build, which is what I want. And then up here is my aviary where I store all my birds, as you can see. They're all stored up here, chilling out. I've even got some platforms up there for them as well, so they can chill out up into the roof. I could have added more stuff going up into the roof, but I quite liked how it looked. I think that's fine. I mean, I could have also added some plants in here and stuff to make it a bit more fancier, but this is what I went for, including the pipes going throughout the entire build as well. I think really helps. And then you can simply exit by... I can't ride you. Who's got a saddle? You got a saddle. You can simply exit by flying out here and going off into the wilderness, which is fantastic. Look at this. Out you go, and when you need to return, you simply fly back in through the window, ignore the lag spikes, and here we are. Look at that. Perfect. Now, although I didn't do any of this decorating as part of the tutorial, I really do hope that these base tours give you a good idea. Like, if you want to recreate the entire thing like I've done it, you can. Or it can just, like, inspire you. Maybe you were like, oh, I like that idea, but I don't like that idea. You can change things around, do things how you want. Maybe you need more dinosaur floors, so you can have another dinosaur pen up here, etc., etc. A breeding section as well. A breeding floor would be good, to be honest. You can have a whole floor dedicated to breeding as well. Oh my goodness me. What is happening with those lags? Dude, I'm not joking. I don't know what's going on. I think I need to restart my PC. Something's wrong. Something is very wrong. And that's fine. This is the laggiest base tour I've ever done in the history of this channel. But that's okay. We accept the lag. We accept the lag. Is there anything else I can talk about on this build? I don't think there is. Obviously, there's this tower that we put in, and I haven't made it a functional tower, but I have to say, if I wanted it functional, all I would have to do is, I think, delete this, and we're in. Look at that. We're in. And then I'd open it up. Oh, no. No, yeah. And then open it up again. And I'm in. Look at that. You just need to delete that, and then you're in. This is my tower. Then I'd do like a ladder going up to the top, maybe where the windows are. Or no, I'd go all the way up, wouldn't I? And then you'd actually be able to access it. I should have done that, but I didn't do that. I just need like a ladder system coming up all the way up here, which is perfectly doable. And then, yeah, you got a little watchtower as well. That's pretty cool. Hey, don't say I don't teach you nothing. Look at this. That's actually pretty dope. Hey, I'm sad I didn't do that as part of... before I did the base tour, but there you go. And then to get up there, maybe some stairs or a ladder. And right here, you would just have quarter walls. Obviously, wood walls, but there you go. And then you'd have a ladder coming up here into that section. So that all works. One of my favorite things to do in builds like this that are quite tall is I like to have a hold going down all the way down the back. Oh my god, the lag. What is happening? How come I managed to push through a camera in photo mode all the way through this with no lag? Okay, now it's being okay. Now it's being okay. Okay, get me out of this lag. It's not, can I just say, it's not my build. It isn't my build causing the lag. It's my something's wrong with the game right now. Something is inherently wrong. So don't be afraid to build this, because it won't cause, I'm telling you, it won't cause lag. It doesn't. It doesn't. It's beautiful. And it's actually quite small in comparison. Sadly, it doesn't fit into a template, so I need to work out how to template this later. It might involve like removing some sections to make it fit in. Well, guys, that concludes today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did enjoy today's video, don't forget to smash that like button, comment down below what you want to see me build next, and why not subscribe? It's completely free and helps me out a ton. Also, if you are a YouTube member, don't forget to join the Discord. You have full access to my servers, my community servers, for life. For life, I tell you. And even if you're not a YouTube member, don't forget to join anyway. There's plenty of fun things to do. We've got a fantastic community on that Discord. Everyone's sharing their builds in the building screenshots channel, and you can get advice from me on there as well in the build assistance channel. And on that note, guys, love you all to death, and I'll see you in the next video.